Okay, we are opening up our English 7th folder, and we're continuing on our animal draft. And we just finished our first paragraph called the introduction. And now we are moving to our first body paragraph. So, since the first listed idea in our thesis, or my thesis, is about height, that means that my first body paragraph is going to be about the height of the giraffe. Whatever your first listed item is, that's what you're going to write your first body paragraph about, okay? So now I need to come up with a topic sentence. My topic sentence is going to be straightforward and clear. So the sentence I'm using is, giraffes are the tallest mammal living on Earth. During my research, I found that this was true, and all of the websites said it. Because this is a true and general statement, I do not need to quote it because every one of the websites mentioned this, okay? So if it's general information that all of the websites mention, you do not have to quote it. All right? So this is my general support. And so this is where I'm going to talk about what makes the giraffe tall. And this is where I'm going to use some of these quotes up here. Yeah, this is important information. I'm going to talk about the height of the males. I do want to use this information, but I do not want to use it word for word. So I'm going to rephrase it. This is basically summarizing the information. Let me see here. Okay, so I'm going to go back to my source and just check to make sure I was accurate. Yeah, so it says 18 feet tall. So I know that I got this information from Britannica. So you can see I'm not using quotes, but I am still going to give the author credit for it. So I go to Tools, Citations, and since I got it from the Encyclopedia Britannica, I put cite, and you can see right here that it inserts the author's last name for me, and I can continue writing my paragraph here. All right, so I've added some more information. You can see that I've tried to make sure that I document things that I found. This one's a direct quote. If you want to pause the video and read this paragraph, you can. Okay. So now let's talk about the end of the sentence. What we need to do is we need to reuse this idea of, oh, sorry, it's right here. We need to reuse this idea of the giraffe being tall. So I need to come up with a sentence that talks about it being tall without using the same words. Okay, I think I came up with a solution. I got this idea right here. I wrote, most of the giraffe's day is spent walking around and looking for food, okay? So in here, I mentioned that the giraffe's feet are part of its height. And then I talk about the food. The reason I talk about the food is because the next listed idea in my thesis is the diet, okay? So when we reference the next listed idea of the thesis, this is called a transition. So right here at the end, I'm trying to move from the idea of the height of the giraffe, talking about his food. So that's a great way connecting the two ideas from your thesis, your first listed idea and the second listed idea, in that end sentence is a great way to move the topic along without it feeling like you are restating the same thing. Okay? If you need ideas for your end sentence, please don't hesitate to ask me. But anyway, this is how you write the first body paragraph of your informative essay.